Hello everyone, welcome back to Solasta Crown of the Magister. Last time we did a quick once through of everything up to this point because I TPK'd and then had to redo it with some fresh characters, fresh stats and all that stuff. But now we have defeated the gorillas and we are ready for a long rest and to go up to level 3. So let's do that now. You must gather your party together. So 5 hours passed. Bjorn is no longer unconscious because 5 hours passed. It means they get 1 hit point because they waited 1 hour. And then we can gather the party together and commence on that long rest. Let's do it. Long rest again, yes please. So we're going to get all of our HP back, all of our spell slots and other skills, half of our hit die, and we can level up. So, Talk the Barbarian. We gain 10 hit points. We've gained 1 additional hit die, and at 3rd level we get to pick our path that shapes the nature of our rage, and we get 1 additional use of rage per long rest. So our primal path is going to be Path of the Claw. This comes with the Lost Valley DLC, which we are playing right now. So we get to pick a dragon ancestry. You choose 1 type of dragon as associated with your ancestor. The damage type associated with your choice is used by features you gain later. Black acid, gold fire, green poison, silver cold, blue lightning. What do we fancy? I think poison is going to be resisted by too much stuff. Fire's kind of generic. I'm kind of feeling lightning today. While raging, you gain +1 bonus to armor class and resistance to the damage type of your draconic ancestor. So resistance to lightning. Yeah, let's not metagame and just pick something else. Just for what we think we're going to take damage-wise. Let's do Poly. We gain 10 hit points, you've gained 1 additional hit die, and we get to pick a martial archetype. So, Commander, again, the new Lost Valley one. Bonus proficiency, we gain proficiency in Intimidation and Insight. Rousing Shout, you can use a bonus action to give all allies within 3 cells of you, including yourself, advantage on their next attack until the start of your next turn. You can use this power a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, then you need to take a short rest to recover it. I think that's going to be incredible. That would be even more incredible if we were playing with a rogue, but I'll take what I can get. Then the spellcasters. Let's do Bjorn, since Bjorn has spells that get to be prepared each day. We don't have to pick specific ones for the spellbook. Gain 9 HP, 1st level spells and 2nd level spell slots. And then we can prepare those. So we now have our 2nd level available to us and 7 spells to pick. So get rid of Bane. Tell you what, get rid of everything. Let's start from scratch. So I definitely want Inflict Wounds and Guiding Bolt. That's our good damage. We definitely want Healing Word. Over here, Spiritual Weapon is too good not to have. Then the rest is not super good at this level, I think. Things like Hold Person are really strong, but they're suck or save, which is quite tricky. It'll be better at level 4 when our wisdom will go up to 20. Alright, give me Bless. Bless is going to be good for increasing our hit chances and whatnot. Give me a Cure Wounds and give me a Calm Emotions, I think. Now, Jaina. Jaina levels up. We get our spell slots as well. Then we need to pick 2 spells to put into our spell book. So this is important. We're kind of low on damage dealing stuff from early. Thunderwave, Magic Missile, and Burning Hands are all good, but Burning Hands and Thunderwave have very limited range. So what else do we want? We get to pick 2. Shatter, incredibly good. We might need to consider taking something like Blur because we only have... Do we see our HP here? I cannot see my HP, but I know it's like basically nothing because our con is +0. So we are not gaining HP incredibly quickly at all. So something like blur. Make you blurry and harder to hit for 1 minute. Affects blurred attacks on creature have disadvantage. I think we're going to have to do something like that for now until we can get greater invisibility or something later. So yeah, 14 HP is not great. But we can now prepare our fresh spells. Let's drop Burning Hands for Shatter. We've got Blur. This is a ritual, so it's always there. Validate that and close. So, long rest sorted. Now, what we can also do is, if we could please get Jaina, ritual cast, identify. Somebody, probably Polly, since she's at the top of the order, collected a bunch of stuff. That's Potion of Hill Giant Strength. We've identified that one. Superb Scimitar. Has been identified as Scimitar +1. Now, as for stats, how is that looking? And who might be proficient with it? +1 attack bonus, +1 on damage rolls. So the advantage here is really the +1 on attack rolls being that much easier to hit our foes. Jaina has +3 dex. Does she get proficiency with this type of weapon thanks to her speciality? No, Jaina is not proficient with this. And how about Bjorn? Although you're not going to have dex, are you? +1 dex versus +2 strength. And they're not proficient with it either, so not really anybody that's going to be putting that to good use. So for now, we can loot whatever bushes are around and the like. We should also, before we start our adventuring day, before I forget, Jaina should have a shield equipped in an offhand. That puts our AC up to 13 instead of still 13. I thought you were proficient with shields. Am I going mad? Longsword, short sword, shield. So why, when this goes in... Oh, I know why. I put it here, but we need to be equipping it to get it to AC 15, and then we have a free hand for spell casting. And then alongside that, if we find Jaina here, cast shield. No, not shield. Mage armor on ourselves. Our AC is now 18, which is kind of incredible for a wizard, especially a squishy one with 14 HP. We can then also... Oh, we need to short rest to get our spell slot back, but we'll worry about that later. So, ready to jump back into the adventuring. We get some flowers. That's very nice. There's some more over here. Eventually, we'll probably be using that for spell casting and the like. No, we are not leaving the current area. We are taking those flowers. Now, we are leaving the current area. So, I presume for now, we're just going back to the merchant campsite. We can return to speak to the people at the main campsite rather than the area in which we just left, so that we can report our findings and whatnot. I assume that's what's coming next. No? We are literally being put back where we are. Follow Ving's tracks. Where are Ving's tracks taking us? You have escaped the Redeemer's Nest, but you are trapped in the Badlands. Apparently Marvin Ving was here too, which means you might still be able to find him. Continue to explore and find out what happened to him. Alright, fairly generic. So let's get back to that overworld map then. One active quest, the Merchant Road, a wooded outdoor area. I guess then we are traveling. We don't have any food. This is 1 day's travel. I wish I had bought more food. The first time round I did. The second time round I didn't, because I knew we found 4 food before the long rest we just took, and I assumed we would have a chance to buy more. But we're going to have to just go at a normal pace and see what kind of combat might ensue on the road. Oh look, combat encounter, creeping pests. Hostile creatures are nearby, but Bjorn has managed to spot them. What will we do? Giant beetle and a Badlands spider. I kind of want to hide because I don't want to deal with this fight right now before we're ready to progress. I know we're missing out on XP and stuff. So let's just see what happens if we can just hide. Okay, I'm fine with this. We find 4 food in an apple tree. That is excellent news. We rest. We consume those 4 food. We kill a deer, we get 5 food, and we make it to our objective.
Well, still no sign of civilization.
I remember Galar saying, "Oh, you're too green for the Badlands."
Stop whining. We're alive.
Think we can still find this Marin Ving?
I say if we can get out of here, we just forget him and go home.
Yeah, I hope there's something good in it for us at this point. Right. Clearly, we're just progressing out into the jungle now. We have a marker of some kind on the map. First thing we're going to do, of course, is get cautious. We can cut through this plant, apparently. River camp. Well, a camp seems like something that may certainly be to our benefit. Got some containers around. Question is the camp going to be a hostile camp or a friendly camp or an abandoned camp? Those are the only 3 types of camp I can possibly imagine right at this moment. Looks quite abandoned to me. Shove that down. What's our pathfinding to get to here like? Back the way we had come. Looping round the long way, it seems. Question is something going to try and fight us over here before we can reach that camp? Stealthy, stealthy, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, we're climbing under some trees. And we seem to have a decent amount of diverging paths.
A crude trap.
Okay, who is going to be dealing with that? Probably Jaina, right? Why don't I get an option? I'll tell you what. How about instead... we just explode the thing. Alright, let's keep wandering over to that camp just to confirm its availability to us. Although, this is a really roundabout way of getting there, it seems. We'll collect the fruits of the forest as we're going. Eventually, we're going to want to craft something or another. Really, the only thing that I want in the whole world at the moment is whichever magic item is the amulet that sets your constitution to like 17 or 18. An embroidered scarf that we can sell, and 5 brimstone fang poisoned bolts. Good to know. And we're going under more jungle. This is not the route I was expecting to end up taking to get to this tiny camp. particularly with the route that we found in the opposing direction already. But still, give me the plants, give me everything that I can find. There's clearly more stuff in that direction. Here, yes, we've seen the trap. Let's explode the trap. Come round to this destroyed crate. And some tracks is a good sign. We have scale armor. 14 plus dex, max 2, stealth disadvantage. That's what you're wearing. You're in chain, which is 16, no dex bonus. So we'll just grab and hold on to that. We'll cut through this plant here whilst we're stood there. Investigate this tree trunk. I'm wondering if this camp, the container within, is going to be something that is, excuse you, something that's going to instigate some kind of plot event or something. Because it looks like we can get through here. Are we crawling? More tracks, not a trap. Very good distinction. Yeah, there's this container right here. Seems like it could be important. For food, lovely. And a magnificent morning star. Well, I never. Let's just confirm there isn't anything more interesting about that. But if it's a D8 damage weapon that can be wielded in one hand with a +1...
Get us all killed.
What? Oh, we're no longer hidden. I see. Well, that's not a problem. So we are wielding a 1d8 one-handed, 1d10 two-handed sword. This is a 1d8 +1 damage weapon. And I think it's one-handed, so if we do this, we're now doing piercing damage instead of slashing damage, which shouldn't impact us too specifically, but now our attack roll is going to be +1, so we're +7 to hit with this, rather than a +6 to hit with that. And +5 damage on our attack rolls, so that's a great improvement. The only other thing I noticed was... oh no, these all are the same. That's fine. Can we learn this? We can. Do we have anything else we can learn? Because I shouldn't just be carting around recipes in my inventories. Good. We should check to see if there's anything that we are available to craft either as well. I've just realized that there is a right-click identify option in the menu, which is going to be quite convenient down the line, I think. So, on our crafting menu, do we have anything that we can actually make? No, we're missing magnesium. We don't apparently have any smith's tools at all, which seems inconvenient. But that's fine. So, let's check our map. We got past those traps, got through this. We have basically to get across this river in some way or another. There was this option that we found here, I think. There's this option in the center and over on the left. And I have no idea which might be preferable. That's going to be the long walk out to the log. If we want to do the walk we've just done all the way in reverse. There's no path to there. Or we can go over to that log. So I'm going to say, let's go back to the very early side. I reckon this might be an easier way to navigate whatever's on the other side of this river, given that the main route with all of the interesting stuff takes us to that side. I'm going to go against the grain and do this side here. So I will jump cut their walk over for you. Here we all are. Right, let's get Torque to make this leap, because they are quite athletic. Shove that down. Now, we're not currently wearing any armor. We're just wearing clothes. So our stealth is just 12, I think. Dexterity, stealth, yeah, 12. But it's fine if we don't have disadvantage. We can poke around here a little bit. We can go under there. We can push down this log. We'll do that while we're on this side of it, just in case we need to navigate around anywhere else. And why not make this route traversable from both sides while we're here? I'm just waiting for the enemies and the ambush, because you know it must be coming. Right, let's get everyone else over this side then. Cautiously, if we could, please. I just keep looking at Jaina's 14 HP and just being slightly terrified by what's going to come of that. We can get into this space, but where can we go elsewhere? We're climbing under and over trees, I see. We haven't seen any tracks in a while, though. The tracks took us to the campsite, and then nothing else since. Oh, joy. A Badlands ape. Okay, we've clocked that. We want to explore these ruins, apparently. We can't get over to this side without going all the way around to here. Doesn't seem like there's anything else on that side to traverse, so... Oh, wait. Two of them did manage to make the leap. The very athletic among us could make that colossal jump. We don't need to do that one from here, I don't think. So, gather the party. Gather everyone. We'll push up this left side gingerly. See... Oh, there's another Badlands ape, or perhaps the same one, perhaps. There's at least 3. And if the gorillas were anything to contend with, this could go terribly, but we are at full strength, and if it goes really badly, we do have enough food to take a long rest when we finish. Who's got our food? We got 5 food here. So we have 1 long rest in us. So if this fight goes very poorly, we can backtrack to the campsite and take a long rest. But right now, that's where we're going to end this on a cliffhanger today, just because who knows how long this fight could go on for. But for now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.